Good day for you. And today I have invited one of great personality to discuss about e-agriculture. This is Dr. Santosh Mishra. He's from India. He's representing Central Tubacop Research Institute in Kerala. He has numbers of years experience in how we can use e-technologies or Internet of Things, or how we can use data or smart agriculture technologies to increase the productivity of agriculture or take higher productivity in South Asian regions. So this is about Dr. Santosh. So I'm very happy to welcome to Agripedia YouTube channel. So I know he's a very busy person, but he accepted our first request on the email. Thank you very much, Dr. accepting our email for to discuss about smart agriculture. So first of all, actually, Doctor, what's the meaning of smart agriculture from the point of view of yourself?
Uh, Very good morning, Dr. Jason K. It's a great opportunity to talk to you about smart agriculture. The smart agriculture, before the term smart agriculture is related to, because nowadays it is very common, like a smart farm, smartphone, smart car, smart bus, everything is smart. So the entire world is going to be smart. So what is smart? That is a real confusion all around. Smart means actually we can say that data driven. Otherwise, any system which works like a computer. Works like a computer means computer works more or less data driven. So these systems are more efficient than the conventional systems. That is what we have observed. So after the advent of Internet and others e-technologies in the present world, how to tap these potentials of smart technology for the benefit of agriculture. That is what we have been working in the field of smart agriculture or smart farming. And this journey started quite long back. As far as I am concerned, around 28 years back, 1996, since I joined my career, my profession as a scientist. From that time onwards, we started the work in another way. That is by simulating the crop growths in computer. That was the work which we have undertaken first. So now because I'm working in a tuber crops research institute, Central Tuber Crops, which is specialized in tuber crops technologies. So we started developing simulation models, computer simulation models of tropical tuber crops only, not potato is not included under our mandate. So tropical tuber crops like cassava, sweet potato, elephant foot yam, and we have developed simulation models. And after developing the model, theory is available. We develop the model, program it, and develop it into a software. And after that, it was tested in farmers' field across in different parts of the country as well as in abroad. And even in some foreign countries, we have validated this one. And results were encouraging. Accuracy was very high. So then this could be utilized for the benefit of the farmers in different ways by providing advisories, etc. So after the advent of IT technologies in a very big way, we decided to tap its potentials. So we developed already we have systems to send advisories across internet, etc. So we developed a system called electronic crop. Electronic crop is actually, that is the IoT device, which we developed, started the work in 2012, and we completed and launched the product in 2014. This is like you say, everybody knows that what the normal biological crop does is when we plant it in the field, it takes nutrients, water, etc. from soil, and in response to the different weather parameters, etc., it do photosynthesis, produce food. That food will be partitioned into different plant parts, and whatever is deposited in the plant pots, that will be used by others for their economic benefit. Like for rice, the economic part is grains. For tuber crops like cassava, etc., it is tuber which is growing under the soil. So that food is taken by the human beings and other animals, etc., for their benefit. So in electronic crop, what it does is it is electronic version of the crop. It actually doesn't produce food, but it calculates how much food is produced, how much it can be produced. So since it is a machine, and we have already developed a computer simulation models, we integrated both. And what we does is under this, with the help of these weather parameters and these computer simulation models at the back end, we have simulated under the given weather conditions how the crop grows, what yield one can get, what are the different conditions the crop will undergo, like pest and disease incidents, etc. So since it is a machine and since the crop simulation model is at the back end, one great advantage we are having is, though we may get to say, take the case of rice, say, assume that we are getting around 2 tons per hectare or 1 ton per hectare in average conditions. But under that given weather conditions, what is the maximum yield, that is potential yield the crop can get? That can be estimated only through the simulation modeling. The simulation model will estimate, though we are getting 1 ton, there is a potential that the crop can get, may say, 2 tons or 3 tons. But then that journey doesn't end there. Then we will tell them how this 1 ton yield can be taken to 3 ton yield. That is by managing the inputs like fertilizers, other chemicals, and other agronomic operations, etc. That will be gone from the device to the mobile of the farmer in the form of advisories. And that farmer has to follow this advisory. Sometimes it may be difficult and practical, not practical in field conditions, if we get advisory to implement it daily. So what we did is we developed another device also, so that the advisory will go to that device, and the device will do automatically this fertigation, etc. And the daily when we do, we will really get the real potential in the field. And another double advantage you find is when we apply, as per these advisories, the application of nitrogen, potassium, water, etc. has drastically come down. It has become almost 50%. That is what our experience. So we are input application is reduced considerably, and output is doubled. Or doubled, the term may not be correct. It is actually sometimes it's more than doubled. It is reaching the potential yield. So that is what we could achieve. This is in brief about the e-agriculture what we have done.
Yes, Doctor, I went through your article. It was very interesting, how input usage go down and how yield has increased. So what are the challenges you face when implementing this kind of field in the Kerala?
The first and foremost problem is the internet connectivity in remote areas. So this thing works is based on the internet connectivity, this device. This device, when it is installed in the field, it collects the environmental parameters, etc. from the field. There is no issues. That once this is collected, these information should be sent to our cloud, where internet or cloud website, wherever it is, where the models lie. This model has to operate, and this should be converted into this advisory and sent to the farmer. And that internet connectivity in remote areas, because farming usually happens in remote areas. That is one of the big challenge. So the data security, that data loss, avoiding of data loss, transmission of data, etc., are some of the issues. And actually, when state like Kerala, where I have implemented this one, is reasonably good connectivity is there compared to other parts. So even though there is a challenging issue, that was we handled it in a professional way. And another thing is to implement, because generally the perception of the farmers and others that the digital agriculture means it is costly, like that one perception is there. That actually hinders us from implementing it in big scale. Even actually making the people aware, making the policymakers aware is actually very, very difficult. So the cost is very less compared to each farmer. How much, if you install one device in a panchayat, and benefit is goes to all the 3,000 farmers in a village. So you can estimate how much one farmer spends on that thing. So it is actually a cheap method, cheap way, cheap tactics, cheap technology, we can say. Only initial investment only is there. Even that is cheap. That is what I am telling.
Another thing I would like to ask from you is you have developed some mobile app. So can you elaborate it? What's the role of that mobile apps?
Yeah, one mobile app we have developed. It is called Krishi Kritya. Kritya means actually precise. Krishi means agriculture in our Indian
Yeah,
languages.
Rishi.
Krishi Kritya is precise agriculture. That is what Krishi Kritya means. So that once only the farmers registered in e-crop system can use it because it is opened with the login name and password. So these advisories will go to the farmers through mobile app. Then there are different options. They will receive all that outputs like potential yield. If water is if ample supply of water you are providing, and others are not, you are giving as per the dose. What is the yield like that? Around 12 combinations we are giving. And then there is an option at the end that do fertigation. So you can do the fertigation in your device through that mobile app also. So the SMS will go to the farmer. So based on the SMS, he can if he can send a SMS to the device to do fertigation. Otherwise, through the app, one can go to the device irrigation. And another use of this app is that when soil moisture sensors we have installed in some locations, and another options we have given is we have supplied soil moisture sensors. Soil moisture sensors. This soil moisture sensor data farmers collect and upload through this Krishi app, Krishi Kriti app, and then it will that is actually one input for calculating the advisories for working out the advisories. So Krishi Kriti app is for receiving messages as well as sending messages to the system.
Yeah, another thing is your extension and research people are working together. Normally, what happened in Sri Lankan scenario is the research is going separate area, and the extension people is working individually and separately. So this hybrid model, the how it effectiveness and the how the result is according to your report is, I think it is given the excellent results. So how is that
Yeah.
experience?
Yeah, that is true. That research and extension should work together. Then only we can do something in the field. This technology we got support, even though it is actually a lot of we have worked a lot to get such a project approved. Once the project was approved, our in our Kerala, the system is that at Panchayat level, extension to some agriculture department is having offices called the Krishi Bhavan it is called. The Krishi Bhavan, there is an agricultural officer. With their help, and assistant director of agriculture is actually looking after a block. So under a block, there is around 5 to 10 panchayats. Each panchayat is looked after by the agricultural officers. So our intention was to train, once when we implemented this scheme in the field at larger scale, these assistant director of agriculture as well as agricultural officers have a major role to play, like for adding more farmers to this system, etc. So we have given them and informed them, trained them on how to use this system, etc. And it was implemented only as a project. So in project, we have taken a lot of lead and we implemented and followed up with the farmers, etc. Now some agencies are coming forward to implement it their own because after seeing the success. So agriculture extension systems should work in tandem with the research agencies. So in our case, it was actually we are fortunate that they all worked very in cooperation with us.
Yeah, last question from my side, actually, Doctor. What is the cost, total cost and the return of investments? What kind of scale farmer should invest on this crop system or the ROI of this kind of projects?
That depends on your farmer's investment. Actually, the model which we have followed is farmer need not invest anything. So you can calculate as far as what a farmer has to pay by dividing the cost of the device divided by the number of farmers. That is true for calculation purpose. But here what we have proposed is government agencies or other NGOs should support by giving a device in a village. That means around 20 square kilometers area, one device is sufficient. For one device is costing around 3 lakh Indian rupees, and 3 lakh Indian rupees, and that is, and per total implementation cost of that device is around altogether 5 lakh Indian rupees, we can say. That is for around a 20 square kilometer area, and that can benefit any number of farmers and any number of crops. Any crops can be added. Of course, some more R&D is pending, because now we have added only tuber crops models in that thing, and there is a system to work with the crops for which model is not added. That is actually a temporary setup. We would like to add more and more crops so that it will work for all crops, because simulation models are available for important crops like rice, wheat, and all. It is available, and we are in the process of adding those models. So all farmers growing any crop will get a benefit of that thing. So from the farmer side, as such, there is no investment. So if you can divide 3 lakhs or 5 lakhs Indian rupees divided by number of farmers, it is very meager, around 250 rupees or so, Indian rupees, 250 to 500 Indian rupees per farmer only it costs.
Thank you very much, Dr. Santosh Mishra. I think you shared a lot of your experience related to the smart agriculture. This was very nice case study happened in the Kerala, India, related to the TuberCorp and TuberCorp Research Institute, how they implement this kind of smart agriculture, and they have shown the success stories to the whole South Asia. So I got the article from the Agriculture Extension South Asia. So I requested to Dr. Santosh, can you share this experience with the Sri Lankan community? So he accepted this our invitation and share his experience and knowledge with Sri Lankan community. Thank you very much, Doctor, for accepting my invitation to share your knowledge with the Sri Lankan agricultural community. I think it will really benefit for us to increase the productivity of Sri Lankan agricultural sector. I hope actually in future also you will help us in any times to implement this kind of thing in Sri Lanka. So at last moment, actually, I would like to say thank you very much for the Dr. Santosh, as well as the Central TuberCorp Research Institute, Kerala. Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I am very happy to share my experience as well as knowledge for the benefit of anybody in Sri Lanka or any part of the world. And if you're giving opportunity, I will definitely help. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor.